welcome back to my channel, or if you're new around this neck of the woods, my name's Melissa, or Missa, welcome. If you like this makeup look, I filmed it in my very last video, so Friday's video, so go and check that out, you'll see how I did all of this. But today we are going to be talking about my top 10 favourite products in my makeup collection that are not eyeshadow palettes, basically. I did a video recently which is, if I could only keep 10 palettes, what would I keep? I've done that, so if you want to see that, go and see it. But this is like base products, and some of them are like kind of weird, like eyelash glue, but I feel like I have to include it because they mean so much to me. So yeah, we're gonna jump into it. This is if my whole makeup collection disappeared, what 10 items would I keep? There's maybe more than 10. Like there's like, you'll understand, but they don't all necessarily make a full face of makeup, but it's just 10 items in my collection that I literally use almost every single day. I adore them, I love them so much, and I feel like I need to hype them up, you know? So for a wee Sunday morning, add these to your basket online. Why not? We're going to start off with the eyelash glue. Sorry about the boy racers. This is the only eyelash glue I trust with my whole life. This is a VELOUR lash glue. I got sent VELOUR PR a couple of years ago, and they sent me the eyelash glue, and I have continued repurchasing it ever since because this is the best eyelash glue on the planet. Both of mine are almost finished. I already need to repurchase new ones. They have this lovely little skinny wand, and if you know me, you know I like to paint the glue onto my eyes, like onto my eyelids, and then stick the lash on. And what I like about it is you paint it on and you can stick the lash straight on. You don't have to wait 30 seconds, you don't have to wait for it to get tacky, you can just stick it right on. And also this will last forever. I was at a gig recently, got ready at like 6 in the morning, by like 2 AM my makeup was still on. These lashes, this glue will mean your lashes don't go anywhere, and because I quite often do like dark smoky eyes, the black one comes in so handy for me because you can't see it and it's just the tits. So although this eyelash glue is more expensive than say dual lash glue, I would always pick this. I like save money for this lash glue because it's so good. And then second kind of, not weird item, but it's a brow product, and I don't really speak about brows very much, but I feel like recently my brows have been looking pretty good. Don't judge me too harshly today. And that's because of the ABH brow pen. I will say there is a really good dupe, which is the NYX Lift and Snatch brow pen, but I do think the ABH is a bit more pigmented. So I use taupe at the very front, then I use soft brown in the middle, and then I use medium brown at the end, and I don't need to use like powder or anything like that. I just go straight in with this and my brows look great. I've had so many compliments on them recently, and I feel like it is just because of this brow pen. It's just got such a fine little nib, perfect amount of pigmentation. Also, if you want to do faux freckles, these are great for doing faux freckles, but they are quite expensive. But I remember my friend Sylvia recently, she was like, Melissa, what are you doing your brows? I said it was this, she bought it, and then she texted me when she used it and she was like, you are so right, these are incredible. So the ABH brow pen is just fantastic, and they often go on sale on Beauty Bay, so try and get it with a bit of money off and see what you think. But I don't know, ABH and their brow stuff is always fantastic, isn't it? So another trustworthy product that they released. Base product wise, this will come as no shock, my Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter, which all the writing is rubbing off. Shouldn't really do that on such a high priced item. I bought this because Kerry, one of my sausages, she used this in a live, and I was just immediately dumbfounded by how beautiful her skin looked. I've used this in heaps of different videos, but I often wear this alone on days with my Revlon Candid Concealer when I just want to look slightly better and not like I'm like ill, but not like I'm wearing a lot of makeup. This is like, I've got shade 1 by the way, and as soon as this runs out I will be repurchasing it. It's just like a glowy thing that you put on, and it ever so slightly tints your skin, so it kind of looks, it just evens you out, but it also gives you a glow. I think it's like 34 quid, but again, like ASOS often do sales and Cult Beauty and stuff, you can usually get like 10 or 20% off these things, can't you? So this has completely changed my makeup. I wear it underneath makeup, my skin looks glowy. I wear it on its own, my skin looks beautiful. It's worth double the price that Charlotte Tilbury charges. I wouldn't pay double the price, but it's worth double the price. It is like perfection in a bottle, and if you've been debating it, just get it. Shade 1 works really well for me. I think shade 2 would also work really well for me. So I don't really know what to say about it, apart from I think this product is literally a 10 out of 10 product. I cannot fault it in any single way. It is perfection and you all need to try it. Rosie got it recently, didn't she? Rosie did a haul recently where she bought this and I was delighted to see her unbox it because I was like, oh, you're gonna love it. Then my Revlon Candid. This is my favourite eyeshadow primer. It's also for days when I am doing like barely any makeup. I'll put my Charlotte Tilbury on, I'll put a touch of this underneath my eyes, blend it out. Shade 010 works perfectly on my skin tone. It looks a bit dark there, but it's just because this tube is like empty and it's just like oxidised a little bit inside. It doesn't do that when it's on your skin. This, just for a wee bit of spot concealing underneath my eyes, a little bit around my nose, and I feel like I'm ready to just go out and about and not look so bad. It's inexpensive, it works for so many different things for me. I have so many tubes of this. 1, 2, 3, maybe I've only got 3 at the moment. Surely I have 4. Come on. Well, I've currently got 3 and I love them very, very much. They're all pretty much finished, but I can still squeeze more, and the good thing about it is it's a squeezy bottle, so you can like cut it open and then get the rest of the product out, so you really get to use every single bit of it. You guys know, if you watch my channel, I swear by this concealer and I think you all need it. One product, this has kind of snuck in and taken the #1 spot in terms of foundation in my collection. I can't stop using it. I think it is the most beautiful thing I've ever put on my skin. It is the CIATE Extraordinary Foundation, and I wore this to the gig. I'm wearing it today. I think it is so beautiful. I have never felt so confident in how my skin looks than when I wear this foundation. I wear the shade 101 in Porcelain. My biggest qualm is that they could go lighter with their shade range. Like, they need a shade lighter than this and I don't think they do it. But this is beautiful. It is also 50 mils of product, so you get way more bang for your buck. It comes in like a pump. And also, again, it's squeezy, so once I feel like I'm totally running out, I can cut it open and really get the rest of the product out of it. It is glowy, but it's not too dewy that you feel like wet and sticky. It sets really well, or it wears really nice on its own, and again, it lasts. Like, when I got back from the gig after wearing this for, what, like 14 hours, dancing like crazy, sweating, having just an excellent time outside, this still looked perfectly. Even down here, it just looked perfect on my skin. I asked Daniela, it was beautiful. I think everyone needs to try this. I think if you've got super duper oily skin, you might not love it. I've got very like normal to ever so slightly dry skin, and it's just wonderful. I think Anne-Marie, you've bought this, haven't you, and you really like it. I think Sylvia too. It's just fantastic. Can't recommend it enough. Another thing that's kind of snuck in, and this is actually one of 3 things from this brand, is Benefit Porefessional. It's actually called The Porefessional, but everyone calls it Porefessional. I've been wearing this almost every single day underneath my makeup. Not today actually, because I thought this makeup's not going to be on for very long, so I don't need to prime. But this, I feel like recently my pores have been maybe a little bit worse on my T-zone, and also my forehead wrinkles always do my head in. But this just seems to make my skin perfect. And I feel like it's a real cult classic, so a lot of people will already love it, and a lot of people are like, nah, I've tried it and I don't really like it that much. But for me, it's just, even on days where I don't wear makeup, I feel like it just smooths out my skin and makes me feel not so self-conscious. Even though pores don't really bother me that much on a day-to-day, they have been getting worse recently, and also when I put it on my forehead wrinkles, I feel like they're so much less noticeable. So I don't know if there's like a perfect dupe for Porefessional out there that I need to try, but currently, if I could only save 10 things, I would definitely take this out of my primer drawer, because I swear by it on makeup days or no makeup days. I wear it all the time, and I feel like under my eyes as well, it really helps to fill in those tiny little like hairline cracks under there and just makes everything like so much more smooth. I've actually not photoshopped my skin in any like recent pictures of me, because I just don't feel like I need to with like the setup, what am I trying to say? The routine, the base routine that I have going on at the moment. Another product which I have spoken about for like a couple of, ever since it came out, I don't know how long it's been out, is the Fenty Powder. I love this stuff. Again, I wore this to the gig, it kept my makeup on all day. I worked today. This makeup would stay on all day if I needed it to. I don't. So this is the Fenty Powder in Butter. They've got heaps of different shades. Butter is perfect for me. Smells incredible. It looks like velvet on the skin. It really just smooths you out. It sets your makeup without being in any way heavy or cakey. You don't even need to spray it with like a nice mist. I've put no setting spray on today and I feel like my skin just looks so beautiful. I feel like I'm just like tooting my own horn here about my skin, but I just feel like I'm having a good skin day, you know, and we should toot our own horn sometimes when we feel like we're having a good skin day. It is quite expensive. It's Fenty. Most of the products I'm talking about are quite expensive, but you get 28 grams, which isn't so bad. I think the Laura Mercier you get 29 grams and it's like £32. I can't remember how much this is, but I would repurchase it. I do actually really thankfully have a backup because I don't have that much left in here, which makes me sad, but I have a backup. I think Teresa was trying to steal it when she was here. She didn't manage. This and this together. Holy macaroni, wow, it's what dreams are made of, to be quite honest. Then, you're not going to be shocked by my next blush in Silence is Golden. And I have the matte one and the glowy one. The glowy one majorly hit pan on. I know, I'm impressed myself too. I'm wearing the matte one today, all over, bush, smack it on my face. Happy times. I'm sorry about the noise outside. These blushes are so cheap and they work so well, and not many other brands or not many other accessible brands, or not like super weird indie brands or super expensive ones like that Scott Barnes brand, do bright yellow blush. And I feel like bright yellow blush can be quite wearable. Maybe not with this makeup look, but I do wear it on the daily and I feel like it's quite wearable. So yeah, NYX Silence is Golden. I've heard they're discontinuing it, so I would rush out and buy it as soon as you can. Because if they really are discontinuing it, I'm going to buy up probably every single one in the UK. I won't, but you know what I mean. Then again, not going to be a shock. Benefit Cookie, another Benefit product. Benefit have always been really good with like their core base products. Their shade ranges are trash, but the actual products are really good. So Benefit Cookie, you know me. I'm not wearing it today, am I? I don't think I am wearing it today. No, I'm not. Well, I can't wear it every single day, can I? It's my favourite highlighter of life. It suits my skin tone really well. In the depth of winter, it is maybe a tad too dark, but all through the rest of the year, it works really well. I've spoken about Benefit Cookie a million times. I've used it on my channel a million times, so I don't need to go on and on about it, but Benefit Cookie is the tits, and you all need to buy it, especially if you are pale to medium. I don't know how it would look on very dark skin. I don't think they have a darker highlighter, because again, their shade range is trash. Then for the last item, it has to be my Benefit HOOLA Light. This is the perfect bronzer on me. I'm pale and it suits me perfectly. This one is heavily panned, so I did bring out my like brand new one to like Benefit Cookie, like look how perfect it is. But then I realised you'd think, well, you don't actually use that, do you, Melissa? I do. The shade is perfect. If I hold it up against, par exemple, give me a bronzer drawer, I have so many in here. NARS Laguna looks like this. Benefit Cookie, nope, Benefit HOOLA Light looks like this. It is so pale. It's probably the most pale, beautiful bronzer I've ever found. I feel like a lot of brands don't quite go pale enough in their bronzers, but Benefit, because they are crap shade ranges, do go pale enough, which is good for me because I am very pale and I need this. Quite often I will go in with a darker bronzer, but I'll blend the edges out with this, or I'll just use this on its own and my life is complete. And again, it's another product I've spoken about 10 billion thousand hundred times, so I won't talk about it anymore, but I love it. And I think if you're pale, HOOLA Light, and they don't do a mini of it, which is very disappointing because Benefit minis are great. They last you forever and they're so much cheaper, but hopefully one day they will release a mini, but if they don't, try and get it. It is the best bronzer ever. That's it. That's my 10 kind of base products I just couldn't live without. Again, they don't really make a full face necessarily, but it's products I definitely would grab if my flat was burning down after I got my cats to safety. Of course, I'm being ridiculous. It's just makeup, but it's a makeup channel. We love makeup here. We obsess about it. So yeah, that's my 10. Have I surprised you? Have I shocked you? Let me know down below in the comments. Tell me what your favourite 10 base products are. I hope you enjoyed this video, giving you some recommendations. But if you're not new here, then you would have known all of these already. Anyway, I'm going to piss off. Have a lovely day. Subscribe if you haven't already. Become a sausage if you want to see my vlogs. The link to be a Patreon is down below. Give the video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. And yeah, again, if you like this makeup, go and check my last video where I do it all. Okay, that's it. Is that it? Is that it? That was so fast. It only took me 16 minutes to film this. Yeah, I'm gonna piss off, have a lovely day, and hope I'll catch you on the flip side. Bye!